About the siblings reunited with their mother almost 60 years after they were told she was dead. Margaret Shimkus fled her home in Lincolnshire in 1961, leaving her children behind after being abused by her husband.
Last night, our reporter Rajiv Popat, who travelled to America with the family, showed us the moment they all met for the first time as adults. Tonight, they enjoy an early Christmas celebration together. And Margaret speaks about the guilt she's carried for more than half a century.
Dave Inglis is enjoying getting to know family members he didn't even know existed until a few weeks ago. He and his 4 siblings from Spalding in Lincolnshire were recently reunited with their mother, Margaret Shimkus, who they thought had died nearly 60 years ago. She lives in Phoenix and has 3 daughters and a son who also live in the States. Today they're preparing for an early Christmas meal and spending time with their new relatives.
It's absolutely magical. I mean, to have all my nieces and sisters and everything all together, you know, it's just surreal, it's unbelievable.
Margaret says when she was in Spalding, she was physically abused by her husband and could take no more. One day back in 1961, she moved away to Huntingdon in Cambridgeshire without her young children. When they asked their father about their mother, he told them she was dead and warned them never to ask again.
It was kind of hard. It was kind of hard for me. It just made me cry all the time. When I'd go to work, my girlfriend said, "Come on." She'd call me Maggie. "Come on, Maggie, what are you crying for?" I told her. And she said, "Maggie, come on, sweetheart. You did nothing wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You did the right thing to leave that man, what he did to you. You did nothing wrong."
While in Cambridgeshire, Margaret fell in love with an American who was in the US Air Force. They had a daughter and they later moved to America where they had another 2 girls and a boy. When they were older, she told them about her family in England. 2 months ago, after searching for their half-siblings on social media, they finally managed to find them. Margaret says for decades, she struggles to cope with the guilt she feels of leaving her children behind in Lincolnshire.
And say to myself, yes, I did wrong. I did wrong. You left them. What could happen? Yes, I made a mistake when I left them, and I felt bad because I left them. I couldn't take care of them, bless them, and I really felt bad.
It's a subject that's been discussed by some of her children in England and America, one that's complex and emotive.
I don't expect people to understand why would you leave 5 kids, you know, but until you walk in her shoes or anybody's shoes, you're not going to understand.
She tried to come back and take us, but he wouldn't let her.
And that's correct.
You know, so she was within every rights to do what she did.
I'm sure she wanted to find them. I'm sure she wanted them, but there was nothing she could do. There was no one for her to go to. There was no one for her to talk to.
She feels guilty about it. She said to me the other night, she said, "David," he said, "I'm ever so sorry what I done." I said, "You've done nothing, Mother. You've done nothing at all. You've done the right thing by going." Because like Ian said, if you didn't, we wouldn't know what he would do to you.
But this is why we don't blame her. We can understand why she went, and we don't blame her at all. We got no forgiving, no why did you do this or nothing of that. There is nothing. She's our mum. She gave birth to us all, and he wasn't a nice person. So this is yours.
Thank you.
For all the siblings, just being together at long last is the most important thing. They say that and their early Christmas party is worth celebrating.
To have this lovely family to do this. Do apologise.
Just to know that there's 5 other aunts and uncles and that you guys are here. I think it makes me very thankful just for family.
Julian Wheeler, Liz's partner, organised the trip to Phoenix and knows just how important it was for everyone to meet.
The reason I did it is to see these guys all sat down together with so much love in the room and so much contentment that what's happened before has now been put to bed.
Margaret's children say they now hope it won't be too long before their next reunion.
Julian actually said to me, when do you want to come back? Easter? I said, I'm coming Easter, summer, Christmas. They're not going to keep me away now. They're going to go, oh, Lizzie's coming again. Oh, Lizzie's here again.
Thank God up above today, I've met them and my family, and I'm proud of all of them.
You know, you can't just leave it. I've got to go back, whatever. I need to see them. I need to be with them. We're very lucky to have these people in our lives.
Rajiv is with us in the studio. Rajiv, an incredible story, a really moving story. What was it like to be allowed to be that fly on the wall at what is such a personal story as well?
I think that's the amazing thing, Matt, that it was incredible to be involved with such a personal story, and big thanks to the family for allowing us to be part of that. I first filmed them a couple of months ago, and they were really keen for us to be involved. And what was amazing, you saw Dave in my report there, he has very few memories of his mum. He was only about 5 or 6 when she left, but he just had this feeling that she's out there, she is alive. And he started looking for her about 20 odd years ago. And that's the amazing thing, while he was looking for Margaret, the family in America were looking for them. So it's just, yeah, amazing.
Lovely for us to be able to be there, and lovely for them, I guess, to also have that footage to look back on too.
Yeah, for sure. And also what's brilliant is that they contacted us, so it's, yeah, a good message for everyone, anyone else who's got an amazing story.
Yeah, please do. Thank you very much, Rajiv.